Coming up on Mountain News this morning, Eastern Kentucky is still recovering from the flood, and some folks are just getting back to where they left off with the help of the community. The Harlan County Beer Company is getting creative with their morning brunches and how the company plans to give back to the community.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. We are nearing 6 a.m. on June 26th. Now let's check in with Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning. Now, as people are getting up, getting ready to head out the door, it seems like we're going to have a pretty decent day as far as it goes for now. Maybe see some showers later this evening.
Yeah, I think so. I think we'll be in the warm sector today, heading into the upper or probably mid 80s, I guess, this afternoon. So if you've been missing those summer temperatures, they're back today, at least for one day only. Let's take a look, see what's going on top of Whitesburg Pine Mountain. Still overcast skies up there this morning. So again, just continue to be careful as you head out the door. Most of the major rain is gone. 58 up on top of the mountain, 59 just down the road in Wise. Lots of 60s out there this morning. 73 in Logan, one of the warmer spots. The breakdown for today, I think we're at about 85. A stray chance for a passing shower this morning gives way to, again, clearing skies this afternoon. Sun and clouds for much of the day, and it's going to be warm. Again, 85 for a daytime high. Olivia?
Brandon, thank you. Last year's flood claimed the homes of many Eastern Kentuckians, including one Letcher County teen who was living on her own after the death of her dad earlier that year. But thanks to the help of her community, this flood survivor is working to reclaim her life. WYMT's Alyssa Williams checked in with her to learn more.
It was in April of 2022 when a then 18-year-old Madison Hall lost her dad to liver cirrhosis.
And it was just me, and it was hard coming home and having to pay the bills and him not being there, but his stuff was everywhere, and I didn't feel like I had the right to move it because it was his stuff, so I kind of just lived around our life, but he wasn't there anymore.
Hall says when her dad died, she had to teach herself how to manage the home and keep up with finances.
But it definitely was hard, and it was a struggle, but then the flood did hit, and that was even harder. And even scarier.
The Letcher County home where Hall had lived with her dad was completely destroyed, which prompted Hall to eventually purchase a camper with her own money.
I was able to kind of have a sort of nice life, but then everything the winter came, and I think that was, that caused the mold, and there was an unbelievable amount of mold.
Hall managed to live with mold and cold showers in her camper, but through the generosity of people from her church, she managed to move into an apartment and get it furnished.
I really never asked for help because I don't know how to ask for help, and then I felt bad for it, and they just willingly helped me. They jumped in my life and was like, let's do it. That's why I think they're straight from God, because they jumped in not even knowing me.
Hall's friend and fellow church member Sarah Turner was the one to share Hall's story on Facebook that gained community support.
And to think for a second, she's went through it alone. Like, if something were to happen to me, I would hope that people would step forward and do that for my son, and I know other people would probably feel the same way. So it doesn't surprise me coming from not just this county, but Kentucky. We've all got good hearts in Kentucky.
And for Hall, she says she is grateful for the chance to live instead of survive.
I'm unbelievably thankful. I would not be able to be where I am today without them and God, for sure.
In Whitesburg, Alyssa Williams, WYMT Mountain News.
Yesterday also marked Hall's 20th birthday. If you are looking to learn more about her story and to learn how you can help her, you can visit our website at WYMT.com. More than 100 girls with intellectual disabilities and special needs from all across Kentucky gathered at Pulaski County High School for their 5th annual Miss Abilities Pageant Saturday. The pageant was started in 2017 with only 43 girls signing up. 6 years later, the pageant has 129 signed up. Co-founder Blake Roberts says this event is a great way to give ladies with intellectual disabilities a pageant of their own.
It's just overall, it is the most joyful, heartwarming event that I feel like we could possibly give these girls.
Roberts says this day would not have been possible without the support and donations from the community. The second annual Kiss the Goat race brought in folks from across the state for an adventurous event this weekend. Participants ran or walked through the trails and interacted with goats during and after the race. Some even took part in kissing the goats themselves. David Logston with Pathfinders of Perry County says the race is unlike any other in eastern Kentucky.
So, you know, it's an uphill race for the first point, and it's not a standard distance. It's not a 5K. It's a little longer than that. But just having the goat there and having a chance to, like, you know, blow a kiss to the goat or wave to the goat on your way through, and then just really unique finisher medals. I just can't say that I've ever seen anything like this.
The Bluegrass Mountain Cup race took place yesterday morning, also at the park. Harlan County Beer Company has added a unique twist to downtown Harlan since opening their doors. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox tells us how they are giving back to a community already investing in the restaurant.
Harlan County Beer Company is typically closed on a Sunday, but this time around their doors were open for brunch.
It was just an easier day to get everyone in, get people out during certain hours.
The brunch menu changes in step with the kitchen staff's creative touch.
We try to hand make everything. That way it tastes more like home cooking rather than restaurant cooking.
One of those options is their own twist on a hearty breakfast item, Eggs Benedict.
We do a different take on Eggs Benedict every time, where this time it's going to be a play on last week's special. We had a hard-pressed sandwich, so we're making a hard-pressed Eggs Benedict sandwich.
Customers can eat and enjoy. And then the best surprise, the brunch is called Pay What You Can, so customers can pay $0, or if they do, it is donated to Crank's Food Bank.
The last one we did, I had served for it, and whenever I was getting people's orders and things like that, they were like, so I can just order anything? And I was like, yes. It's really just anything off the menu that we provide is available to them. There's no cost to any of it.
So they add a little flavor for a crowd that might not be able to afford eating out as much.
On a regular basis, we actually do a burger of the month and specials for the week, so we think that with the brunch that's catering to people who don't usually get to be here, we might as well spice it up for them when they do get to come here.
Fresh food and generosity, creating a Sunday afternoon to remember. In Harlan, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
The Harlan County Beer Company will also have a brew house brunch on Saturday, July 1st with items that they say can only be bought then. Late last week, the Lexington-Fayette County Health Department released a statement warning those in the area of a bat that tested positive for rabies. Dog owners in the area are concerned about the safety of their furry friends. But it's not just animals that are at risk. Dr. Jeff Fox shared that rabies can be dangerous for humans as well. He suggests that in order to keep your furry friends safe, make sure they're vaccinated and monitor who they socialize with. And for humans, he recommends steering clear of unfamiliar animals.
Be very careful about, stray dogs, stray cats that you don't know about. Be very careful with wildlife. You don't need to take the chance that you are bitten by one of those also.
The Lexington-Fayette County Health Department advises anyone who finds a bat in their home to call the Division of Environmental Health and Protection if the possibility of human exposure cannot be ruled out.
.607 here on this Monday morning. We continue to track just a little bit of cloud cover, maybe some wet roads across the region this morning. Head back to Pikeville there. You see US 119, US 23 near the intersection with Pikeville Commons. A little bit wet over there this morning. It's got some traffic moving, so again, not all bad, but again, overcast skies, maybe a little bit of fog this way, or that way this morning. 59Y, 73 Logan. Everybody else pretty much in the 60s this morning with Ashland and Monticello running a little bit warmer there at 68. Now, breakfast forecast today, it's going to be a mild start to the day. Temperatures kind of fluctuate just a little bit, but I do believe we'll go up quickly this afternoon as we see sunshine mixed with clouds, and we should get into the mid-80s for daytime highs. Olivia?
Thank you, Brandon, and thanks for joining Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. As many of you experienced severe weather last night, the Commonwealth has not been the only area of the U.S. to get caught in storms.